Ed Sheeran. Hello, how are you, friend?
Yeah, all right.
Oh, sorry, we're really coming in hot. You're just chilling, relaxing there, and we're screaming at Samantha about her cat.
No. I'm having one of those. I'm having one of those months. So when people are like, "You're right," and you're like, "Yeah," and then you're like, "Am I?"
Well, this is what you said the other day, Vaughan.
I've stopped lying.
Stop lying.
I've stopped lying.
My brother's like that. My brother tells it exactly how it is, and to a point where like he'll say something that if I said to someone it would be offensive, but because he says it, everyone's like, "Oh, he just says how he feels." How are you guys keeping? You good?
We're good.
Can't complain.
None of us have had coronavirus yet, but it's finally here, and we've finally admitted that New Zealand is going to get it. So we're just waiting.
Well, I've had it twice.
Oh, mate!
All of my friends have had it 2 or 3 times. Someone I know had it, got better, and got it 2 weeks later.
No,
what? Different strains? Like, have you had? So, yeah. You've had a Delta.
Mate, England has everything.
Yeah,
it has everything.
It's an absolute soup.
Exciting news that we've just announced. You're coming to New Zealand, Auckland and Wellington.
Yes, I am.
You love a bit of New Zealand, don't you?
I grew up. There's a she's actually the godmother of my daughter. But we grew up next to a family of Kiwis, and there were 3 of them. One of whom is best friends with my wife. One of whom is best friends with me, and one of whom is best friends with my brother. So I got given tikis. They used to go back to New Zealand every summer, and I got given tikis from the age of 11.
Wow.
And so there's always been that sort of like, and obviously the Lord of the Rings films and blah, 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 but there's always been that sort of affinity to New Zealand. And then when I started making music professionally, I was so shocked that people from outside of my own country might be interested. And the first people that were Kiwis and Aussies. And going over there, flying halfway across the world to a place that's so far from my hometown and having people accept me more than they do back home, I really, really felt the love, and thankfully there's been like a mutual love over the last 11 years, and I'm really, really excited to get back.
Do you know, our producer Jared was telling us he found you on the internet before, like you had a record deal that would get your CDs to New Zealand. He had a friend called Felix in the UK, and he said to Felix, "Here's the money. I'll send you the money. This is where Ed Sheeran sells his things. Go and get it." Felix took the money, never sent him the CD.
So that isn't so the family I just talked about, the older brother who's my brother's best friend is called Felix. That's not the Felix, is it? Felix.
It's not the Felix.
Jared's saying no.
He doesn't think so. No. I mean, I think we just I think we blanket ban all Felixes. To be totally honest, we can't be.
You can't trust them.
We can't trust the Felix as far as we can throw them.
Yes.
So how is this tour going to be different? Because I'm imagining tours are going to be different.
Well, do you know what? I wouldn't be taking it on tour if it was inherently different. I mean, we're basically test driving it in the UK and Europe, which is pretty back to normal for shows and football games and stuff like that. So I'm hoping it's going to be the same by the time we get there. But in terms of like the show, it's completely in the round, and there's we've managed to make a stage that has no sight lines cut. So it's just that all the speakers are suspended, and it's just a stage. Revolves, there's a bit that goes up and bits come down. I won't give away too much, but it's a huge financial risk. Of course, if there's another touch wood, if there's another thing, then we're in trouble. But it's an amazing stage, and I can't wait to get onto it. I'm kind of nervous about it, man, because I'm in this thing right now that I have to come to every single day, and I am doing tour rehearsals in the evening, and then I'm going to be doing warm-up shows, and I just basically haven't played a proper show in 2.5 years, so I just need to get back into other things. But by the time I come to New Zealand, I'll have been on tour for 6 to 8 months, and
it'll be warm for us.
Yeah.
Do you reckon after 2.5 years off, you'll be feeling a little bit nervous? Do you still get butterflies in your tummy before you perform?
Yeah, but I think by Wellington and Auckland, all
right. So
it's going to be Dublin's my first gig. That's going to be the proper butterflies, and then once those are over, we're good.
Right.
Nice.
Okay. Well, suck it, Ireland. You get the warm ups.
No, we get the headline.
We'll have the absolute man who's hitting his tour peak during it. Well, we're really looking forward to it. Ed Sheeran, thanks so much for joining us. Take it easy.
Thank you so much.